Because you don't know whether you are awake or in a dream state. And usually we know, or we think we know. Years ago, you might not believe this, but it's absolutely true, I, Dr. Hal, had a job. Yes, I had a job.
What?
I know. I worked for a living. I drove a truck through Arizona, and I drove. I had a lot of overtime, and I went all over the place. I drove, and when I wasn't driving, I was sleeping. And when I was sleeping, I was dreaming, and I was dreaming that I was driving the truck, endlessly driving the truck. But then I woke up, and I got to go drive the truck. Window was rolled down. I was going down the highway in traffic about 70 miles an hour, enjoying myself. Suddenly a hideous pain attacked my arm. I thought maybe a piece of glass had been thrown up by a tire from a truck going by. My arm was in agony, and I couldn't stop. I was surrounded by traffic. I finally did manage to pull over and shook my sleeve, and the huge hornet finally crawled out. He had been repeatedly stinging me ever since he was sucked into my sleeve by the swift stream. Yes, but that was no grizzly bear.
It used to be that whining and dining a lady was enough to get her into bed. But in this troubled economy, where drinks and dinner could break the fucking bank, what is the bare minimum to get into a girl's pants?
Tell us how!
And all I can say is you have to listen for hours and hours and hours. Hours and hours, listening to her talk about her troubles and the exes and the people she knew and so on. It just goes on forever, but finally, as a lack of anything better to do, then she may yield. But you had better be a damn good listener, is all I have to say.
Ouch! Comedy.
Yeah.
Elusive.
Whiskey.
I was hoping that KroB would swoop in and do something funny.
Leading us into a froggy bog of error.
You would think that there would be like giant boobs or something on the screen.
There will be.
Dr. Hal, what are you a doctor of?
Well, I'm glad you asked that question. I am a doctor of the SubGenius sciences. I have a doctorate given to me, conferred on me by Reverend Dr. Ivan Stagg himself. And my doctorate is in the exponent through all dimensions and facets of living of slack. Yes, slack, the soft voice, the luminous crowd. Thanks so much for your question. And emolument for your question.
Okay, who asked the question about Homer?
I did.
There we go. Blind Homer.
Did you really ask the question about Homer? Well,
I've been thinking about this for a week.
It's kind of an interesting question.
Very good. Let's speak now about
KroB moment.
Come on up here.
Such a good question that you receive Fernet broadcast. Remember, you're drinking for two.
I don't think a woman in her condition.
Shut up!
You'll be fine. Shut
You
up.
don't know my stress. You don't know what it's all about.
Yeah, take some of the intellectual edge off it, and it's much easier to take care of.
What did you do? What did you do? You left. Get back here.
You won the KroB.
You like it, the KroB? Yay!
Oh boy, she gets a KroB moment.
Okay, so the KroB moment that you know is 2 shots of Fernet. You're jumping the gun here.
I don't know if this Homer is the one that you see on the screen here, or the famous poet.
No, it's not that Homer.
No, all right.
Here's what I want you to do, okay? I'm going to ask this question. I want you to pay attention. Look at me. Now look at me. Look at you. Look at me. Okay, I'm going to ask this question, and he's going to tell you the answer to this question, okay? This question that you asked. It's very simple, see? Okay? Now go ahead and inhale that into your lungs. Need that. And the question is, can you tell the story of Homer's Odyssey in 1 paragraph? Pay attention now. Watch the man over here.
There was a man, a certain man, a man who was a loyal member of the Argives, that invading force who besieged Troy, but eventually, as in all campaigns, he had to go home. But he had trouble doing this, since Lord Poseidon, the Earthshaker, had a few things against him. And so he wandered weary, far away, until finally, after many unfortunate interventions with one-eyed giants and beautiful girls playing ball on the beach, he came back to Ithaca, his native home, where, like everybody who comes back to the great adventure, before he could settle in, he had to clean up an enormous mess, which is to kill all the people who were making goo-goo eyes at his wife. He also had to deal with his dog, who died on the spot. Thank you. Boy, can't well more. That takes a lot out of you.
Yeah, sure does. Sure does. Feels like I'm still there. Okay, is there a correlation between body size and fecal size?
Yes, there is.
Fecal size? Does a bigger person take a bigger shit?
Yes, he does.
Never been to the circus?
This is simple logic, simple obviousness. A large person can include many coils of intestines and large digestive capacity, which a slender, scrawny, skinny, emulated vegetarian will never be able to produce. Yes, these vegans are to be permanently denied the experience of a large rearward eructation.
How many is a Kurt Rovillian? Saw it on Frank Chu's sign. A Kurt Trevillian.
That's a Cutrovillian. When you reach large numbers, it becomes difficult to understand them and appreciate them intuitively. Just as when we look out into the starry heavens and find ourselves at a loss to understand the vast distances, which according to some are God's quarantines, protecting other worlds, if such there may be, from human malice. But a quadrillion is the exact distance between our galaxy and the 125th galaxy, which supports Frank Chu in his eternal struggle against the 12 galaxies.
Well, I want to be on the winning side of that battle. Okay.
Let's ask the Talking 8 Ball itself. Talking 8 Ball, do you really know anything